Okay, so this vodcast is going to focus on a curriculum model that was shared with me by our Director of Learning, Mr. Boyle. So very thankful for him showing us this curriculum model and giving us an idea of perhaps a different way of looking at the curriculum rather than just necessarily focusing on the academic side of it. So you can see here that this curriculum model has broken the curriculum into 6 sections. Social responsibility, well-being, academic, cognitive growth, enterprise, and digital literacy. And then there's some offshoots of these which then are included or come under those major headings. I think it would be quite a nice idea if you could structure your portfolios a little bit more so that they follow these 6 headings, and that you can demonstrate pages and subpages using this as a guide. So academic is I suppose the one we'll start with because it's the one that you've probably done the most work on. So that obviously includes all of your subjects, all of the things you do in class. But there's more to academics than that. And obviously we want you to display that and display the achievements that you're getting in class and your understanding and what you're learning and so on and so forth. But also that you can display that you focus on things like higher order thinking skills, such as critical thinking, that you can show that you are a self-organized learner. So these are things that you can have a look at and think about. The next one then is cognitive growth. So cognitive growth is basically conceptually thinking about how you have the capacity to be able to retain more information in one setting, and also not just how much you can learn in one go, but also how you learn. This feeds into something we would have looked at a lot over the last couple of years, which is the growth mindset. So looking at the challenge. Are you seeking challenge in class? Are you seeking to improve as a student? Also learning to learn. Do you know how to learn? Do you know how to study correctly? All this kind of stuff. So these are things for you to have a think about. What environment do you learn in best? The next one over then is the enterprise. So you've done some work on this inside of school, and you think back to year 8 when you did the year 8 enterprise project. You would have also done maybe some work outside of school. You may have done some work experience. You may have picked up some vocational skills. You think about the STEM challenge day last year. Have you evidenced that you took part in that? Perhaps you did a little bit better. Is there anything you're passionate about? Passion projects that are out there that you get involved in at the weekend just for fun, but it helps in your learning. This allows the viewer of your e-portfolio to be able to get a bigger picture of you as an individual and how well, I suppose, you learn and what your interests are as well. The next one over, and one we've done a lot of work on as well, is digital literacy. So, this obviously focuses on having a positive digital footprint, being aware of the pitfalls of things like social media. The e-portfolio itself is a massive positive step towards having that digital footprint that we all want and digital reputation. But not only that, you can demonstrate here your digital skills as well. So this may be in the form of things like, for example, so computer science or design technology, where you'll use certain computer skills, or you'll learn certain IT proficiencies. But also you think about your work that you've done with IDEA over the start of the year. You can include all of that here. The next one over then is social responsibility. So we're looking at social responsibility from the point of view of charity work and service, which is a big part of what we do here at St. Christopher's. So if you've got involved in that, please evidence that as well in your e-portfolio. And on top of that, then we're looking at engagement with your local area, Bahrain, global issues, environmental issues. You think about the UN sustainability goals. Are you involved with any of that? Are you hoping to get involved in it? Do you talk about it in geography lessons? Are you doing anything at home, or do you recycle? Anything that you can evidence there to show that you are aware of social responsibility, and it's something that is at the forefront of what you do. The next one then, and the last one, is well-being. So Obviously, this is one that's become more and more to light in the last couple of years in particular. So you can demonstrate, how, you stay, physically fit, mentally fit. Is there anything that you do? Maybe look at your routine, your nutrition. You can focus a little bit there on family perhaps as well. And also, thinking about perhaps this as well, linking back to, any spiritual or cultural beliefs and practices that you may have that you might want to share with a viewer as well on that section. So this infographic is, I think, a very, very detailed one, and a very good one to help us structure our e-portfolio. And going forward as your head of year, what I'd like to see the e-portfolios take on a structure similar to this. They don't have to include everything that's on here. You're not maybe necessarily going to be involved in everything, on this section, or you may feel that some of that you'd rather keep private and not put on your e-portfolio, and that's absolutely fine. But have a think about how you could best use this video, this infographic, to help you structure your e-portfolio a bit better, and it hopefully may give you ideas about things that maybe you're doing already. Maybe you just need some photographic evidence to support that, that you can include on this e-portfolio. And I think going forward, focusing towards the end of year 10, I'd like to see this structure take on, or be taken on and be adapted in your e-portfolios.